Welcome, one and everyone, to this week's episode of Scotch and Smoke Rings, episode 273. I am your neighborhood friendly Oxhorn, here as always, with my suspenders set to maximum stun. How are you, one and everyone, today? I have laryngitis. That's right, you can probably hear it in my throat right now. Yeah, it's a little it's a little scratchy, and I'm sure it's going to clear itself out a little bit as I continue to talk. But at the very beginning of the show, as of right now, my voice is a little rough and scratchy. Hi, Gavin. Did you want to be on the show? You want to say hi to everybody? Come here. All right. Gavin decided he wanted to say hi. Oh, here he is, big boy. Can you say hi to everybody? Go, hi, guys. Can you wave? Can you say hi, guys? Hi. That's close.
Hi.
Hey, there you go. Say hi, bud. Hi, guys.
Hi.
Tell them everything you know. What else do you know? Can you tell them about your favorite book? Oh, who else is that? It's my brother. Say hello to the people.
Hi, peoples.
He is here saying hello.
I'm here to take your kid and then we're taking off.
Very much. So, yes,
everybody.
Of course you can. They decided to surprise me and stop by. They can't stay for the whole show, sadly.
So say hi, Arya.
Hi.
Yep, there's Ario.
My wife's son.
That's right. They're going to take care of the boy for me for a little bit. What have you been doing, Beanstalk? What have you been up to? The fans want to know.
Busy with school and my family.
Those are very noble pursuits.
That's it right now.
Mr. Bacon.
Excellent.
I'll come back and say hi more proper later. So
Yeah, this was just a cameo.
this is a cameo.
All right.
Here's Mr. Bacon.
Oh,
Kevin Bacon.
Oh, Kevin. He was taken from the wall. All right. Well, thanks for stopping by, bro. I love you.
Love you guys.
Travel safe.
All right, bye. Bro.
Bye. So apparently my son decided to take Kevin off of the wall. So HT Star says Bean got a tummy. That's what happens when you get married and you start having children and you go to school, you get a bit of a tummy. Yeah, no longer on the dating scene, right? No longer need a washboard stomach. All right, how's Sasha, says Ghoul Breath? She is absolutely fine. She's just in the other room. Kid wants bacon, says Elizabeth. Yeah, apparently. Well, he recognized this. Bacon is his favorite food. Well, that and sausage. We have a nice thing of eggs and sausage or bacon for breakfast. And he probably said, oh, it's breakfast time. I better have some sausage. Or bacon. Anyway, we got a great show for you all today. I have a compliment of cigars to get through. I didn't check my P.O. box, so if anybody sent me cigars, I apologize. I didn't have a chance to go and check my box. But so instead, I went and I got these fine fellows from the local tobacconist. Greg McLovin says, got some lag here, but I see Bean is a good sign. Yeah, that means that my wife is playing video games. It's rough. It's rough. Now that we are on CenturyLink, we can't share the Wi-Fi during the show. It's one or the other. Okay, who's closing?
Kevin, come here.
Hey, sweetheart.
I've got the baby.
All right, go to your mama. Go to your mama. Also, can you get off the game so I can?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
Love you. All right. And lock me in if you don't mind. All right, cool. So I have to be locked into my own office, or else the boy will come by and open the door as he just did. He loves being on the camera and being with Daddy. So, Oxhorn, where are your spectacles? Says Lepidus. They're on top of my pipe rack up there. I keep all of my broken glasses up there. That's right. They're broken right now. Actually, they're not broken. They just have a missing screw, and so I need to get a repair kit and repair my glasses. But right now, I sadly don't have them. So I am without the glasses. I've got a scratchy throat. Today's going to be an odd and interesting day, but hopefully it'll be a great show. Yeah, lock me in. I have to get locked in. I have to get locked into the office because there's no lock on this side of the door. The lock is on the other side of the door. So the only way for me to lock the door is to have somebody lock me in. So I am now locked into my office. We're going to have a long show, ladies and gentlemen, because I can't get out. I am trapped here with nothing but a camera, cigars, and some scotch. Now, a sane and rational human being would not smoke a cigar tonight when he has a throat like mine. But I am not a sane nor rational human being, at least not on Thursdays between the hours of 7 and 8 o'clock in the afternoon, because this is the one time a week where I allow myself to indulge in a cigar, and I am not going to give that up right now. So I went to the shop and I got a whole collection for you, just so that you can see what we've got out there. And I'll go through these just so that you can see what we got. Greg says, with Sasha with Bean, all I saw was freeze frames. She didn't come on camera, but she was in the room just before she left. Sorry that there was lag at the beginning of the show. But that should be fixed now that my wife is getting off the machine. Captain K9 says, sounds like one heck of a job. Yeah, right. I make a living by sitting in front of a computer and smoking cigars and talking. It's pretty complicated. Lepidus says, hope your issue with your throat is not serious. It's not. You know, I've had it for a couple days now, which I suppose is long, but then again, I am getting older. But it just sounds like a normal, everyday laryngitis. So this is the first one up. This is a Joyo de Monterrey Maduro. And for some reason, I decided to get only the cigars that came in tin containers today. They were smart because they included a cedar still, which allows you to pull out the cigar easier. Huh. And that's what this is. Whoa, the band came off. Here, let's put that back on. So there we go. Here's my Joyo. And then I picked this one just because it was in a very interesting container. It looks almost like a makeup piece of lipstick, right? It's got this foundation look to it. This is a Avo Uvezian Fine Cigars Avo Robusto. All right, looking good. And there is cedar in this one, but it doesn't have a little handle on it, so that you can pull it out. Then I got an Oliva. Olivas are great little cigars. They're a fantastic standby. Hard to go wrong with the Oliva. They are made by the Rocky Patel Company, of course. So always a good choice. And it comes in an ice cream looking tin. Very delicious. And then finally, this one really stood out. It's a Don Tomas Allegro. Big, bright, mustard-colored tin. Let's take a look at what we've got here. Whoa! It's got some fuzz on the tip there.
Hello, everybody.
And there we are. Don Tomas Classic. So nothing out of sight, nothing out of this world, but all very sturdy, handy little cigars. We're going to go ahead and smoke the Joyo, just because this one seems interesting to me and I want to smoke it. Ratharian is in the chat. He says, hey dude. Hey dude. I too love references to 90s Nickelodeon TV shows. William Moore says, hail, hail, good Sir Oxhorn. How goes your beardly adventures? My beardly adventures go swimmingly. Not literally, because I rarely swim, but in the sense that they go well, then they go swimmingly. Dungeon CG says, greetings Oxhorn, how is the family? The family is doing very well. Everybody's fit and happy and healthy, and I'm having a good time. Fib says, along with your scotch, also sip on hot water, lemon, and honey. It's a good idea, and I might do that if the scotch doesn't suit my throat very well. Because, of course, the cure to laryngitis is to drink a lot of scotch. I'm about to put that theory on display tonight. Interesting, a little bit of confetti, but not a whole lot on here. So one of the things that you can look at when trying to decide how quality your cigar is when you snip the butt of the cigar. If it explodes in a puff of confetti, usually the sign of a poor cigar, which this did. But then if you look at the end here, it's completely flat. You don't see any little bits and pieces sticking out. It's a smooth, clean cut, and that's a great sign. So that means this is probably a very high-quality cigar. But now we got to set it on fire. I finally decided to refuel my little butane lighter. And this is a special kind of butane designed specifically for cigar smoking. It's ultra refined, which means that it's not going to impart a chemical taste to your cigar. So it is safe to use directly on the cigar. But you know what? We have cedar, so let's use that. Oh, come on. Burn your wood. This is what wood does best. Woo! I tip it up like that because I want the cedar to last long enough to light my entire cigar. You see how it's gray and ashy all the way around instead of in patches? That's going to help ensure that it smokes evenly all the way down. So you take your cedar, set it on fire, then tilt it up so that the flame slowly goes down the spill. Gentleman Badger says, Cedar, you have one job. Indeed, it has one job. Cigar Ox says, breaking news! A surprise is coming into your mailbox. Excellent! Thank you, Cigar Ox. So for those who don't know, Cigar Ox is like the patron saint of this program by supplying us with cigars almost every week, and that's not even an exaggeration. And he says that a surprise is coming my way. So thank you, Cigar Ox. You are a gentleman and a scholar. We love having you around. Vendetta in HD says, ha, I knew I recognized your voice. Really? As bad as it is right now? I'm surprised anyone could recognize me. But he says, Oxhorn, man, that takes me back. Loving the beard, too. Currently growing mine out as well. I usually bail when it gets to that awkward point. Gonna try and push through, though. Congratulations to you. You're making an excellent life decision, if I do say so myself. Go to my website, growabeardnow.com. I make websites in my free time as a hobby. And I have lots of tips and tricks and tools and products that you can use to help optimize your beard growth. So congratulations to you on growing your beard. By the way, update on a sometimes co-host of this program. Sorry, I had a smoke ring break right there. It's important to do on Scotch and smoke rings. What was I saying? Oh yeah, does everybody remember Mike Brosoft? He has come to co-host the show twice, I believe. Nice guy, works at Microsoft, big blonde hair, and now big blonde beard. That's right, Mike Brosoft has grown a large blonde beard, and it's pretty epic and amazing. I would love to have him on the program sometime to show off, and we'll get to that point. He has also taken up hunting as a hobby, and I was surprised he invited me to go hunting with him, but alas, I can't smoke cigars and hunt at the same time. The scent of the cigar would sadly frighten away the deer, so I can't do that. But he's taken up hunting, and I'm actually really surprised. I think he's going to have a lot of fun. I hope he does a good job at it. I'm not a big hunter. I'll go ahead and say that. I've got nothing against hunting, but I've spent too long in the city. I've become soft. When I was a younger man in the Boy Scouts, I could take any rifle and get a grouping of like 5 shots under a dime. I was an excellent marksman. And then I've lived in the city too long, and I have no interest in hunting. Now, if I was hunting for my food, that might be different. Like if I had to slay a wild boar in order to feed my family, I could get into that. So we'll see. Maybe we'll have to go boar hunting. Cigar Ox says, thanks for the canonization, and I don't have to die for it. To become a saint? Yeah, that's pretty nice, huh? HT Star says, Ox is domesticated. I am no longer a wild ox, I am now a domesticated ox. All right. Gentleman Badger says, don't tell Tom that. Ha! Yeah, Tom would probably be upset if he thought that there was a hunter in a 5-mile radius of his home. Next time I have Microsoft over, we'll have to leave some bloodied hooves on his doorstep as a peace offering. You know how cats do when they bring their rats to the doorstep of your home? We're just going to offer him the offering as a token of fondness. Would that be bad? Probably not a good idea. That probably falls into like the stalkerish / creepy side of things. So we'll have to be good. Kunza Puppeter says, what would boar bacon taste like? And Chief Smash, speaking from experience, says, boar bacon is delicious. I have never had boar bacon, although I have had boar. There is a restaurant here in Seattle called Ipanema. This is a great cigar. Wow. And at the restaurant, see how it's burning? Look at that. It's a completely even burn. This is exactly what you want to see in a cigar. Great choice, Oxhorn. You have excellent taste, Oxhorn. Anyway, at Ipanema, they walk around with these huge spits of meat. Various different meat. Deer, elk, moose, reindeer, wild boar. I went with my wife, and I had to have some. So I had some wild boar, and it was delicious. Scotch, of course, is the next big thing to this program. It can't be Scotch and Smoke Rooms without the Scotch. I was given a little bit of a hard time last week by some fans who saw me drinking from a shot glass and expected me to chug it, and instead I sipped it. But here's the way things work here on ScotchandSmokeRings.com. We are gentlemen. We do not drink with the goal of becoming intoxicated. We instead drink to enjoy the craftsmanship of the beverage. Because there are men and women who have spent years of their lives researching the perfect blend, the perfect way to char an oaken cask, and the perfect number of years to let a Scotch age to produce this piece of liquid art that is before our eyes, and we must respect it. We respect it with our patience and with our self-restraint. Cheers, ladies and gentlemen. Bottoms up. Did you finish that maple stuff, Oxhorn? Asks HT Star. No, but I've done a noble effort. I still have a lot left. I've been getting through it, but I'm definitely not done. This is a very nice whiskey. Thank you very much for your gift. It's been, 3 or 4 weeks? I'm still working on it. But we're making great headway. Vendetta in HD says, where are you? From Oxhorn. I live in New York City. I am from Seattle, Washington. I am broadcasting from the great Pacific Northwest, where Bigfoot is my neighbor. And I live between 2 giant redwoods. Not really, but I've been to New York once for a machinima festival, actually. I won an award for the Anti-Elf Anthem. Long time ago, back in 2006, I think it was. Good time. Fib says, have you ever tried a McClellan 18 or 25? Great stuff. Cheers to you as well. I have. In fact, there's a Scotch bar called the... starts with an M. The Matador? I think it's called the Matador in Ballard, which is a small suburb of Seattle, where they have, I think it's 130 different kinds of Scotch. And I went there with my brother for his bachelor party, actually, and I tried some McClellan 25-year, and it was amazing. So smooth. I mean, it's the kind of stuff where the older the Scotch is, the smoother it is, and the less like alcohol it tastes. Older Scotch, in my opinion, it can sneak up on you if you're not careful. And before you know it, your head is in a porcelain canister somewhere, which is never a good thing. Angel3369 says, I haven't been on here in forever. I miss WoW. Well, it's great to have you back, and you're probably coming at a great time because the Warlords of Draenor expansion is coming out soon. I know the Blizzard is marketing it prolifically. Just go anywhere on the internet, and you're going to find ads for Warlords of Draenor everywhere, because that's just how much they're marketing it. But it's supposed to be a great game. Everything I've seen has been amazing. I love the trailer. We watched the trailer together on the show a couple weeks ago, and it looked wonderful. So I'm looking forward to it. Shiut asks, by the way, Oxhorn, from what you said in one of your machinimas, you don't hate orcs, but what is your opinion of them? I actually like orcs, which is why I have some of my characters in the movies are orcs. Orcs in Space, Warlord Gorchuk. Who else did I have as orcs? I think that might be it. But yeah, I've got nothing against orcs. I like them. Lepidus of Rune Totem asks, my question for you, Oxhorn, is what program do you use to live stream? Well, I'm streaming on Twitch TV right now, and I'm using a desktop software called XSplit to power my broadcast. Basically, I run my camera and my microphone through XSplit, which I use to show portions of my desktop. It puts everything together and sends it to Twitch, and then Twitch broadcasts it to the fans. Cigar Rock says, Oxhorn wrote some books for trick-or-treaters? I did write some books for trick-or-treaters or for anybody, one of which is called The Tale of Cloran Hastings, a swashbuckling adventure scene novel fantasy yarn written by yours truly with these 10 fingers and a keyboard like this, not necessarily this one, but combined together to produce this. It came from my mind and is now a physical, tangible object for you to hold and to read, to devour and enjoy. Available for a low price of money. Go to cloranhastings.com to pick it up. Imagine Justin asks, I too wonder, was the moon in Orcs in Space 2 supposed to be Arthas? If not, who was the face? Alright, so in my movie Orcs in Space 2, which baffled my boss at the time when I made it, but in that movie, I created a character named Evan, and he is the dark side of the moon. Mainly because we only ever see the light side of the moon, because the one face of the moon, one side of the moon faces us all the time as it goes around the Earth. And so I figured, well, what could possibly be on the dark side of the moon? And of course, Evan. Evan is on the dark side of the moon. Wait, no, he's the dark side of Azeroth, isn't he? Yeah, so he's the dark side of Azeroth. He wasn't the moon. But anyway. See, Evan is on the dark side of Azeroth, and he's just Evan. He doesn't look like Arthas. Vane is in the chat today and says, Oxhorn, long time no see. It's been so long that I must ask, where is it that you purchase your amazing hats? I have a collection of hats I recommend, including derbies or bowlers like this and top hats, at scotchandsmokerings.com. If you look up, there's a little link that says shop. Click on that. You're going to find a section on hats, and you can go through all of my recommended hats. Zarsuma says, wow, the other side of Azeroth. Yup. Indeed. Cheers, ladies and gentlemen. Fan art says Ghoul Breath. Absolutely. Fan art it is. Let's get some of your fan art up today. Alright, so this first piece of fan art is from Damon LaRue. And he says, I usually post some sort of amazing bacon creation here, but I couldn't help but post this lovely scene. And here you can see it. Here, let me hide my camera for a minute so that you can fully enjoy this. We have a Rocky Patel. Is that what this is? 1845. I think it's a Rocky Patel. I don't know. He's got it in his ashtray with a nice cup of scotch. Truly a gorgeous, gorgeous scene. I'm going to go ahead and like it. And look, it's even been set on fire here. Looks delicious. So thank you for that one, Damon. Then we have this submission by Ghoulbreath. And I'm actually surprised. He says, I found this game on QuizUp. I won. And the question is, which WoW player was made famous for their inventing swear words machinima? Nim, Leroy Jenkins, Swifty, or Oxhorn? Good choice, my friend. You chose wisely. You now get to live forever. Then there's this next one up here. This one is from Noah. I'm sorry, Nolan Shoot. And it says, dwarves don't cry, they water their beards. This is, of course, true of all bearded gentlemen. Then we have this. I don't typically show videos on the show because of streaming issues, but it's so short, I just have to play it for you. This is from Nathan, and it's called Crazy Bearded Long Hair Man. Try not to be afraid. Try not to be... Oh my goodness. Alright. Well, people choose to do different things with their beards. And here's one from me. I just completed an epic guide to goatee styles. Let's wait for this to load. It's on growabeardnow.com, my website. And many people have been saying, hey, you've got a great guide to beard styles. You've got a great guide to mustache styles. Why not a guide to goatee styles? And I said, okay, so here's my guide to goatee styles, complete with original artwork and a description of each one. I'll go ahead and share the link in the chat for you, in case you're interested. Then there's this from Nathan Giles, and it's basically a man called Ralphie, and he's giving cigar advice, and one of the reasons I wanted to share it with you is because he has an amazing Irish brogue.
You get to feel assured that you're making your own decision and not somebody else's decision that's being imposed upon you. And that's the reason, one reason for this up-to-date cigar review.
Can you hear it? Anyway, he's got an amazing Scottish brogue, and he's talking about cigars, which is, of course, a very popular topic, at least for me anyway, so check it out on the Scotch and Smoke Rings group. It's facebook.com/groups/Oxhorn. That's where you can submit your own fan art. Then there's this. My wife made this one. She says, every boy should aspire to be a great man like his father. That begins with a great beard. And here is our boy, little Gavin, sporting an amazing beard. It looks almost like my beard. Wait, that is my beard. Holy cow, that's if my boy had my beard. Awesome. Well, thank you for that one, honey. Next up, we have your recorded messages. So for those who don't know, there's a section on scotchandsmokerings.com where fans can record a little message for the program. And I'll go ahead and play some of those back. Let me turn the music off. Alright, first up is Dragon Exile. Dragon Exile, you were on the show. What have you got on your mind?
Hi, Oxhorn. Dylan Ryzen, aka Dragon Exile. Out of my curiosity, what would be your major hobby if you did not get into machinima videos?
What would be my hobby if I wasn't into machinima and videos? Excellent question. I would probably carve tobacco pipes. Sounds like a fun hobby. I made one pipe, and I'd probably start making others. Andy the DK is next up. Andy, what is on your mind? Share with us your wisdom.
Greetings, Oxhorn, my friend. It is Andy the DK. How are you doing tonight, my friend? I hope you are doing well. Ox, I've known you for quite some time over these years as I've watched your machinima, as I've watched your amazing show, Scotch and Smoke Rings. And tonight, I have to ask you a silly but important question.
Ask away.
As we all know, we are all humans and we are bound to our bodily functions. So, here is my question for you, good sir.
Tread lightly.
As a classy young gentleman like me and a classy gentleman, a little bit older gentleman like yourself, how does one flatulate with class? Hope you can get back to me, and I hope that's not too embarrassing to talk about on the show, but hey, we are humans after all. Stay classy, and I will see you next time, my friend.
All right, Andy the DK, this is the position you wanted to put me in. This was your big dream. Let's ask Oxhorn about flatulence. Let's see what he has to say. All right, well, I will tell you. So he's asking what's the classy way to pass gas? And the classiest way to pass gas is to do so silently. Now, I don't know about you, but if you have enough control over certain muscles in your body, you can pass gas silently with a little bit of flexing. Either that or that's my only superpower. I don't know, it's like an engineering feat. You have to wait for it to kind of... I think this conversation should stop here. You see what kind of situation you're putting me in, Andy the DK? In general, I would say to try and keep it silent. And if you're known for the peculiar aroma of your flatulence, then I might do it outside and away from other people. That way nobody has to suffer. Or just let it rip, if you're not ashamed. Arthisia says, it's Oxhorn. I haven't seen you in ages, man. Indeed, pleasure to have you on the program, my friend. I hope you can stick around. Candry69 says, not the ash? Yeah, I lost the ash. The ash fell, but it lasted for a good inch, which is, of course, the hallmark of a gentlemanly cigar. Baldock says, I use a silencer. That's all I'm going to say. I don't know how that would work. Fib says, move away from the crowd. That's also a handy piece of advice. And poor Shield says, that was weird. Yeah, it was a weird conversation, huh? Imagine Justin says, this is Scotch and Smoke Rings, not how to keep your flatulence quiet and rings. Hey, I'm all about providing advice to ladies and gentlemen who come to the show. And if this is a topic of interest, I will pass along what knowledge I have. Transylvanian Vampire says, Gone with the Wind. Yes, yes. All right. Orm89 says, Oxhorn, will there be a sequel to The Tale of Cloran Hastings? Yes, maybe. Kind of. I've got one planned out. The entire story is written in my mind, and I even sat down to work on the first chapter. But I'm not at the spot yet to completely finish the sequel to The Tale of Cloran Hastings. Once the book sells a little bit more, then I will sit down and write a sequel. So if you want a sequel, promote the book. Archie asks an interesting question. He says, don't get me wrong, I'm jelly. But I wish I could hang out with you, Irola. But do you wake up on Fridays with an awful taste in your mouth? No, I don't, because I brush. I brush at nights, and honestly, even before I brushed at nights, I never really noticed an aftertaste in my mouth. Now, my wife doesn't like the cigar aftertaste in my mouth, so I tend to brush my teeth right after the show for her. So I never really notice it. Transylvanian Vampire says, what's the band's name you are listening to? I love 40s and 50s music. This particular song, I'm not getting any of the track listings. I'm listening to a free radio station called Radio Dismuke. D-I-S-M-U-K-E. It's completely free, streams off the internet. Just go to radiodismuke.com. You can stream it from the website. I don't have any relationship with them. I just really like the station. A fan actually introduced it to me years ago, and I've been listening to it ever since. So if you'd like to listen to exactly what I'm listening to right now, radiodismuke.com. Chief Smash says, does the cigar smoke get in your beard, though? I've gotten that. Yeah, it can kind of hover. Here, I'll show you. I'll show you what happens. Right? I actually didn't think that it would work as well as it did. But yeah, it can stay with you. It can stay with you. Very visibly. But, I also take showers, so the smell does not tend to linger. Plus, it depends on the quality of the cigar. If you smoke a good cigar, people really won't mind. It's kind of like pipe tobacco. People love the smell of pipe tobacco. You get very few complaints about the smell of pipe tobacco. But if you smoke a bad cigar, an old cigar, a poorly made cigar, then that's pretty nasty. Arthisia says, how has life been for you, my man? Been happy? Being happy is the most important thing. Yes, I have been happy. Beautiful wife, 2 beautiful babies. The youngest is 4 months old. Great career. Living it up, having a good time. William Moore says, without a doubt, that was the coolest smoke trick I've ever seen. All right, let's do that some more. Here we go.
Now let's hear from the man in charge of the minutes for this meeting. You've all met him, John Conley.
I'm sorry, George. I was just reading this letter from a friend of mine in New York State. He says
how's that working as much?
Winter up there. Cold with snow and ice and all the rest of it.
Hey, John, if you finished your weather report, we might get on with
Oh, but George, that weather report, as you call it, has a great deal to do with what I want to say about greatness. Because, ladies and gentlemen, most of you listeners live in parts of the country where winters are cold.
That's not working as well. I don't know why.
So some people feel that they eat a hot cereal on cold
Maybe it was a trick you can only perform once in your lifetime. And you guys saw it on film.
Well, this is not true. The amount of nourishment you get from a cereal depends upon the grain from which it is made.
Angel3369 says, what is your second child's name? Gwendolyn. She's a cute, adorable little baby girl. She's 4 months old. Her full name is Gwendolyn Eleanor Rose Dennis. Yes, both of my children have 2 middle names. It's a southern tradition. I am not from the south, but my wife is. So, Gavin Michael Earl Dennis and Gwendolyn Eleanor Rose Dennis. Quite a mouthful, but hey, I'm not complaining. They're both adorable little kids.
This is John Connie saying good night for the makers of Great Now.
JD274 says, yo, it's Oxhorn. I loved your stuff back in your machinima days, man. Hope you're doing well. Why, thank you. I'm doing very well. And my movers are going to be online forever. So hopefully our children and our children's children will enjoy them in the future. Big Val 2 says, do you walk around outside dressed like this? No, I fly around outside dressed like this. Of course I walk. I have legs. What kind of question is that? Do you roll around outside dressed like this? No, I walk. Feet, toes. Gentleman Badger says, any Hearthstone tonight, sir? Yes. I've got it queued up here, and it looks like it's time. It's 7:40. So yeah, let's transition into Hearthstone. Baldock says, did anyone see the eclipse? So, I'm really frustrated about that. There was a solar eclipse today, and I went outside to try and take a look at it. And we live right next to a school, and so all of the teachers and elementary school kids were outside, and they were looking through these solar eclipse lenses, and they were trying to see it. But just as the solar eclipse was happening, Seattle was hit with a rainstorm. So the clouds completely covered the solar eclipse, and we missed it. Super bummed about that, but that's what happens when you live in Seattle. Yeah, you can't depend on the weather. All right, here we go. Let's see. Hey, look at that. All right, let's see if we can get into a game here before my computer crashes. Rage King says, hello! Hello, Rage King. Pleasure to see you. Rog Bull says, my middle names are just Pete, Josh. How bland compared to your children's. Yes, but both of those names are very masculine. Be proud of those names. Pete, Josh. Nicely done.
Garrosh versus Rexar.
Gentleman Badger says, at least you didn't get stuck with Ryan. Okay, where am I? What's going on here? Hearthstone. Okay, let's see. Candry69 asks, have you ever smoked cheap cigarillos like Swisher Sweets? Alright, it's a little loud. I'm going to turn down the volume. And yes, I have. They're not that bad, honestly. I do prefer cigars like this, but they're not that bad. The thing with Swisher Sweets is that they're sweet, right? They put a little bit of a sweetener on the butt of them, and I'm not typically fond of sweeteners on my cigars. Okay, let's see. Angel3369 says, Tiger and Edward are my son's middle names. Those are pretty great. One is a king and one is a vicious animal. I love it. All right, is it my turn? Do I need to do something here? Okay, Ironbark is in the chat today. Good to see you, Ironbark. What is this? Mad Scientist Death Rattle. Put a secret from your deck into the battlefield. Whoa. It's a pretty cool secret. Palisade says, oh mighty Sir Dennis, I challenge thee. I accept challenges, but I need, you need to be on my friends list. Looks like I need to... There, I am Oxhorn number 1649 on BattleNet. What happened? Fancy Badger, you've got all these fancy cards. Alright, I'm not seeing any friend requests just yet, but I'll keep checking. Well, that was painful. Nicely played, Fancy Badger, nicely played. So the way this works is that I don't challenge fans. I let the fans challenge me. And it's a first come, first serve sort of thing. And it's also annoying because the way Hearthstone works is that if I get challenged and then challenged by someone else, it knocks off the previous challenge. So apologies in advance if that happens. I tip my fedora to you, sir, says Pylon City. Pleasure is all mine. Hat tip right back at you. Phallisade says, what is the number again? It is 1649. Oxhorn 1649. Cheers, ladies and gentlemen. Bottoms up. Alright, I hate your specials. Oh my goodness, what is going on here? Oh, what? What? Rough stuff. Lame. Oh, man. Golly, you and your blasted secrets. Alright, Fancy Badger. Better stop gloating. Angel3369 says, how does your son like having a baby sister? Does he help? No, he's a little young for that. He's only 2 years and 4 months old. So he's a little young to help out around with the baby. But he does love having a baby sister.
like Betty Boop can do. A saxophone can go. What a saxophone can like Betty Boop can do. Never miss a chance for vocal tuning. Anytime and anywhere you can hear this lady crooning. An auto horn can go. What an auto horn can like Betty Boop can do.
You're listening to Radio Dismute.
Alright, let's see how this will work. Oh no, this isn't it, is it? No! 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 Oh! Ah, rough stuff. Congratulations, good sir. You have bested me on the field of battle. Fib says, I'm new to this stream, but I've seen the previous episodes and I really enjoy the class you bring, Oxhorn. Raising my glass, cheers, good sir. Cheers, back at you, my friend. Well played, Fancy Badger, well played. Oh, what's going on here? Stop. Let's see. I like them all. We'll go with that. Okay, is it my turn already? Well, we'll just hold on for now. There we go. I got your friend request and I just added you.
Strike.
Oh, it's Greg Hartung. Greg McLovin Hartung. Here we go. Let's dance. Nothing really compelling. Oh! No! Earth shock. Mayhem Am says, do you know that this is 2014 and not 1875? You're kidding me. This whole time I thought it was 1875? Well, I've got my buggy right outside. What? This is starting to really disturb me. No, you must be some charlatan. This is definitely 1875. Don't mess with my head. Chief Smash says, see, I would go to sleep to Radio Dismuke, except for the occasional lively German tunes they play like this. They do play an occasional lively German tune, don't they? No! Oh, Greg. You are my least favorite person right now. Mainstream says, Oxhorn, did you receive my donation? I did. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. It's true, your donations keep this show alive.
I got the big go by. Oh, I never thought she could treat me so. But she made me cry. I got the rich from the world. Oh, I got the big go by. What did I do? What did I do that I should get the frigid air? Oh, how much she hurt me, she never know.
Lepida says, Gavin wants in, Oxhorn. Yeah, he's been banging on the door. See, this is why I had the beautiful wife lock me in. Otherwise... There you go. My one and only legendary. Just for you, Greg. Enjoy it. Angel3369 says, how did you come up with the name Scotch and Smoke Rings? Well, it was hard. I probably spent a good 30 seconds thinking about it. But I knew that I wanted to drink Scotch and blow smoke rings. So it just came naturally. That one was perfect, by the way. It enveloped the camera slowly. Did you see that? Pretty pleased with this myself. Palisade says, it's been a long time since I've seen a good smoke ship. Well, then stick around, my friend, because we'll be doing a smoke ship in a little while. I tend to go past 8 o'clock nowadays, so hopefully you guys can stick around. Imagine Justin says, Oxhorn, don't let Gavin get a hold of the cigar box like he tried doing a couple weeks ago. Indeed. Yes, that would be bad. I try to keep him out of here, usually. But sometimes he sneaks in. What? What are you doing? No! Rubbish! Phallusite says, oh, you're playing against Greg? Yes, I am playing Greg Hartung. Mr. King Crush himself. Candry 69 says, are you a Lord of the Rings fan? I am. I was a Lord of the Rings fan before being a Lord of the Rings fan was even remotely mainstream. In high school, I read The Silmarillion for the first time, and it changed the way I thought of fiction. It really did. I loved it, cover to cover. Whoa! Oh my goodness. What are you doing? Pain! Ouch! You forced my hand, sir. Why, thank you, Mr. Hartung. No need to use King Crush or anything. No, what are you going to do to my guy? No, not a frog! Oh, my frog. Oh, it's a frog. Oh, Greg Hartung, you're doing this to me. All right. All right. Oh, almost did it. I'm still trying to get the smoke ring within a smoke ring. See, this is the sign of a quality cigar. Look at that. I'm almost already done with it, and it's still tasty. It's still tasty, even all the way down here. Usually a cigar gets kind of bitter. Did you just use a faceless manipulator? Oh. This is painful. Blast! Razor glasses, hopefully a libation will give me some better luck this round. All right, you can do it. Make your decision. There it is. What? What is that? What is that? No! Greg! Have pity! Oh. No! Great, and that's the one I get. Alright, this is starting to look hopeless. Alright, there we are. And I'm done! Ugh. Good game, Mr. Hartung, good game, as always. You fought with valor, even if you also fought with a slew of legendaries. Not that I can hold it against you, my friend. I should have used my shaman. Oh well.
Versus Anduin. Your life shall bring victory. Victory or death. Love intention and my discretion is unmistakably true.
Oh man, horrible deck, man. Imagine Justin. All right, I'm playing with you today. Pleasure to fight against you. Mind Vision this early in the game? Goodness gracious. Taking all my cards. I might need to fire up another one here, because this one's running low. Your move, imagine Justin, your move. Palisade says, hope I can duel you soon. Getting late and I need to study a bit before bed. Palisade, do what you need to do, my friend. School does indeed come before this classy show. So do what you gotta do. Angel3369 says, is that your daughter I hear crying? Yes. Her beautiful mother is taking care of her right as we speak. Oh! Bubkus! All this spell power.
Hello everybody, this is News. I would like to invite you to tune in to two very special upcoming programs right here on Radio Dismute. The first program is the Knox Vintage Records broadcast with Kurt Knox. This is a semi-annual event on Radio Dismute. It's 90s wax cylinders to records from the very end of the 78 RPM era.
That one is done. Time to light up another.
Continuous rotation throughout the weekend of October 25th and October 26th, and again on Saturday, November 1st. Then,
Oh!
I will be joined
What is going on?
by collector friends from various parts of Texas for
Let us try the Don Tomas.
1920s
Oh, it's my turn.
78 RPM records from our respective collections. For more information about both of these broadcasts, start times in your time zone, visit the Radio Dismute website at www.radiodismute.com or at musicradio.com.
When music's good and hard, I start to play along, and all because I've got new ankle. No matter where I go, they never think I'm so, as long as I can show loose ankle. Now it used to be the passion, but now to be a passion, you must have that those CDs one and all, more to me all about the phone.
Great seeing you as well, Vendetta in HD. Pleasure as always. Be sure to come in next week. Same Ox time, same Ox channel. Same to you, Chief Smash. Always a pleasure. Another good one. It didn't break out in confetti there, which is always good. Imagine, Justin, you play a hard game. Thib says, Ox, do you enjoy dipping your cigar in, and what do you enjoy the most? Me, I like Scotch, but I will dip a cigar in brandy. Brandy is a fine choice, but when I dip a cigar, like this, I will tend to do it in Scotch. Adds a nice Scotchy flavor to things. Felkid says, in before Gore, Howl, and Doin'. Let's hope it doesn't end that way. Two damage? No! Things are starting to look a little better. All right, things are turning my way. Bingo! Looking good. Oh, that's kind. Traditionor says you, sire, should be a top streamer on this site. Agreed, says Grodboot. Well, I do agree. Hey, why not? Whoa, what did he just do? Did he just copy one of my minions? Oh, no. Well, there's one way to get rid of those. There we are. Well played, good sir. Well played. Nicely done, Imagine Justin. Nicely done. All right. Hold on one moment. I'm getting a knock at the door. That's right, I'm locked in.
Get up, versus and do it. The light shall bring victory. Victory or death.
Let's try that. Oh, never mind. I know what it is. Never mind. I remember who that was. All right, whose turn is it?
Ready for action.
Imagine Justin says, I'm so horrible with my priest deck, and Ironbark says priests can be difficult to play. They really can. They're a tough, they're definitely a tough deck. Would you have your kids as guests on your show? Asks Angel3369. Yeah, sometimes they come on. Of course, before I smoke a cigar. I never have them on when I smoke. But my son Gavin was on the program earlier today. I'll be sure to get the replay up soon. If you notice, the ash fell on this cigar pretty soon, and it's not smoking quite as evenly as the past one. But still, it tastes really nice. It's a good, smooth cigar. Don Thomas.
What you want?
Shall not fall.
Congrats on your baby girl, by the way, says Angel3369. Thank you so much. She is such a sweetheart. Grubot says you should be the next Indiana Jones in Indiana Jones and the Maya Cigars. Well, let's talk to Steven Spielberg and George Lucas about that. I'm down. I'm totally in.
What you want?
Remember, kill for us.
Your move, Captain K9. Pleasure to meet you on the field of battle, by the way.
One shot.
Whoa!
Radio Dismute is now on Facebook. Find us at facebook.com/Radio Dismute. Streaming the sounds of the 1920s.
Let's see.
Around the world. This is Radio Dismute. RadioDismute.com. Happy Music Radio.
Oh! Well played.
The light protects me.
Let's see what happens. Not bad, not bad. Mainstream says, what radio station are you listening to? I'm listening to a free radio station called Radio Dismute. Zone Out says, your hat is amazing. Why, thank you, good sir. I do appreciate it. Alright, things are starting to look good. Wow, they're really getting into the brass, aren't they? Let's see.
I can see the strawberries flying when I hear the night wind sighing in the sing-song sycamore tree. I can find my silver lining when I see the moonlight shining in the sing-song sycamore tree. And when the clock in the hall starts in chiming, right up the stairs I'll be climbing.
Alright, where are we at?
Snugly resting like the bluebirds that are nesting in the sing-song sycamore tree.
Why not? Alright, your move, my friend.
Well played.
Angel asks, do you still do a smoke ship? I think that's what it's called. I do. At the end of every episode, I blow a smoke ship with nothing but the cigar that you see before you today.
One shot.
Your magic shall not save you.
Imagine Justin says, before we end the show, may we have the YouTube award fixed? It looks more broken than usual. Does it? Gosh, it just does not want to fix itself, does it? Ugh. I can't rebel against the award. It is, after all, a YouTube award. If it wants to be crooked, I guess it'll just have to be crooked. Well played, good sir. Well played. All right, my friends, one more battle, and then I will end the program with the smoke ship. One more. Unless people are tired. HT Star says, what's your plans for your kids or your wife to dress for Halloween? We're doing a Little Red Riding Hood theme. I'm going as the huntsman. My wife is going as Little Red Riding Hood. The boy is going as the wolf. And the girl is going as the grandma. No one else? All right. If there's no one else. Oh, there we go. Oh, it's Imagine Justin again. All right, my friend, time for your vengeance. Fib says, you're having a good night on Hearthstone. Being humble must have paid off. Yes, and it's such a hard thing for me to do, too. Actually, I lost the first 2 games I played. So, hopefully you saw only my victories. Pleasure to see you on the field of battle again, Imagine Justin. Your move, my friend, your move. Oh! Alright, he's got all of his totems out, which means he can't summon anymore. But it also means that his totems are formidable. 6 damage! Oh! Nicely played. Chillidan Swarage says, nice draw. Why, thank you. Snugglygope says, Oxhorn! Well, pleasure to see you, Snugglygope. Oh. Okay. Interesting. Oh, almost got it that time. Still trying to get the elusive ring inside a ring. Ooh, almost got it that time too. Bottoms up, ladies and gentlemen. Cheers.
Join or die.
Okay, things are looking up. Let's see what happens.
Join or die.
The gates are open. My keys in from the side. Fetch me the gin, son. Put in your hide now. I can't get from this cabin.
All right, let's see.
Remember Aunt Harriet? How long haven't she been happy? And me, sweet chariot, for the end of the troubles I see. Happy I will. Chained to my rocking chair. Ready for this?
Shields up.
Handle it!
What's going on? What happened? Oh, you used, I see what you did.
I got this.
Don't blink.
Ty38 says, why didn't you Archmage Cleave earlier? Because I'm a noob. I am a noob. Another Bloodlust? How many of those do you have?
Your magic shall not save
Strike.
Your magic shall not save
Pleasure to have had you, shoot. See you later.
Strike.
Too bad this only works on minions.
I got this. Strike. Strike.
Wind Fury! Oh my goodness! Oh! Well played, good sir. Well played. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we had a good run. I won 3 and lost 2. Could have been better, but could have been worse. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it is that time of the program where I blow into existence a smoke ship based upon your instructions. Good game to everybody who played, good game. So what would you like to see? A galleon? A zeppelin? A submarine? A spaceship? A rowboat?
Everybody drink up while you may. We're gonna sail and break the day.
Hey, did it again. Submarine, says Grodbout. A UFO, says Snugglygup. William Moore says, Chloron Hastings flying a horde party blimp. Staghorn is eating a plentiful pile of perfect pecan pies, while Mortus and Lacey punt gnomes as they count their elf ears. Meanwhile, Oxhorn plays darts while smoking an egg Maduro cigar, sips some fine French cognac, and of course eats some fine aged black pepper wild boar bacon. Brilliant! Brilliant! Dungeon Siege says, aliens writing a submarine sandwich compiled of bacon. Indeed. Bacon makes everything better. The Gentleman Badger says, a mighty Hallows End festival is held in Mulgore by fans of the program. The Warlocks and Death Knights have prepared a stew of crispy bacon and fine ale, combined with energy torn from the twisting nether. Out of nowhere, a gang of hippie party crashers rise from the ground. Swiftly, they are slain by the fell empowered of Scotch and Smoke Rings community. Swipe, slash, ox chop. Indeed, indeed. Nice way to tie all that in. Although I didn't see an actual ship in there. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Tough call today. Lots of great suggestions. I'm going to go with William Moore. So here we go. Pay attention, ladies and gentlemen. This happens only once and for a very brief period of time. Keep your eyes peeled. Like an orange. Or an apple. Possibly an egg. Bah! Did you see it? It was there for a brief moment before your eyes, clear as day. Was Chloron Hastings flying a horde party blimp? Staghorn is eating a plentiful pile of perfect pecan pies, while Mortus and Lacey punt gnomes as they count their elf ears. Meanwhile, Oxhorn plays darts while smoking an egg Maduro cigar, sips some fine French cognac, and of course eats some fine aged black pepper wild boar bacon. Only here, once a week, only here on Earth, ScotchandSmokerings.com, will you find such artistry as that. If only I had a power to freeze my smoke ships so that I could frame them on walls for the world to enjoy. They'd probably be put in the Louvre. Yeah, I know it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, fantastic show. Thank you so much for coming. Had a great time. A few smoke rings before we leave. And one final parting drink. Tip your glasses, ladies and gentlemen. Bottoms up. Tune in next week, ladies and gentlemen. Same Ox time, same Ox channel. ScotchandSmokerings.com. And be sure, my friends, that as always, you stay classy.